Hello, and welcome back to another episode of SkyrimPlus. Today I'm featuring Sea Dragon by Dovahkiinathay. You may remember a couple of her other homes I've featured, like Moonlight Cottage, which is located near Windhelm, Vanfeld Cottage and Riverwood, which has amazing scenery and a cool treehouse, and her best work, Yearteston Hall, which is a player home and settlement in the Rift, where you can recruit friends to work for you and live with you so you can feel like a true lord. Similar to that feeling, today I'm featuring Sea Dragon, a ship home where you can feel like a true captain and recruit a crew of 12. To recruit a crew member, find someone you're friendly with and initiate dialogue. Next, select About My Ship. Then select I want you to be part of my crew. Sometimes you can give a homeless person a septum to sway them and say yes, and those that you can beat in a brawl are willing to come after their defeat. You can command the crew to leave the ship, take the ship to different locations, or make interior changes like building an optional staff enchanter. You can have them transform one or two of the guest rooms into rooms for your children, or change it back if you change your mind. And they have schedules and perform routines around the ship. There are tons of idols around the ship for your crew to stay busy. These actions make the experience of living on the ship more immersive. You can also invite up to 5 guests to stay with you. Or if you'd rather adopt, you can have up to 6 children move in after you've talked to a crew member about converting 1 or 2 of the guest rooms into children's rooms. Just make sure you have Hearthfire Multiple Adoptions installed and cast the Bless This Home spell on the room after converting it. You can also throw anyone into your ship's jail by doing this.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't.
I've had enough of you. You will be imprisoned at Sea Dragon.
I didn't mean anything by it. Just leave me alone. What do you want?
And just like that, Nazim never visited the Cloud District again. Now that we've seen the people features, let's check out the map. Here we are at the Sea Dragon. We're immediately below Solitude. And here we are again at the Sea Dragon. The ship has a discovered map icon as soon as you install it, so you can fast travel there right away. For our Worldspace View, here's the Sea Dragon, and you can see Solitude in the background, as well as the Solitude docks. Now that we know where it's located, let's go see the ship. First, we'll find the key. We'll need to walk behind these stairs. It's underneath the boat dock in this urn. Now that we have the key, let's go check out the outer features, like these cool dragon heads tied to the front of the ship. It also has a huge red sail that distinguishes it from other ships. It looks really impressive. And you have a lifeboat that's being weighed down by a horker. There are some trapdoors for faster access to the bedrooms. Here's the main door to the cabin, and these stairs lead to an upper deck where there's a nice place for you and your shipmates to sit and enjoy the day. You also have this ledge to sit on if you want to soak up the sun and smell the sea. And right next to this is the ship's steering wheel. You can activate the wheel, which gives you the option to move the ship. You can travel to Dawnstar, Windhelm, and you can travel to Solitude to visit Raven Rock, Tel Mithryn, and the Skaal village. And when you come back to Skyrim, there's a spot in the wilderness, or park it back home at Solitude. Now that we've seen the outside of the ship, let's see what the inside has to offer. And here's our first look inside. I'm loving the chandelier and the candle lighting on this table. Turning back towards the front door, we have a large trophy base. I'm displaying a troll, but you have several options. Next, we have some bookshelves and bookcases, and here's a spot to show off your weapons and shields, as well as a couple of chests for storage. And here's a spot for your shipmates to sit and relax. There's the office door, and here's the optional staff enchanter you can have built. And then the room begins to mirror itself with more weapons and shield storage, bookshelves and bookcases, as well as another large trophy base. There's our front door, and there's that table we like so well. And now we're ready to go check out the office. In the office, we have another chandelier, along with a large desk, some cool chairs, and plenty of bookcases and bookshelves for the bookworms of Skyrim. You'll notice that Ty has mixed in some Dragon Priest mask storage, there's a spot for your dragon claws, And here's a spot for more Dragon Priest masks, the Mask of Clavicus Vile, and the Black Books. And here are 4 fertile soils, storage for books and potions, and a Shrine of Akatosh. Heading to the other side of the room, we have our alchemy lab and arcane enchanter, themed decoration, some empty cabinets, and a place to store the paragons. Here are 4 more fertile soils, and a place to store the rings of Hircine and Namira, and more room to store some books. You also have a place to store your Elder Scrolls, and some more of those Dragon Priest masks. Now that we've seen the office and the rest of the main level, we're going to head downstairs to see what the next level has to offer. Just so you know, these doors auto-close when you go inside of the room after a short period of time. Now we're heading downstairs. Here's a really impressive dining table with tons of food. Your followers and kids will come and eat periodically. There's a mead refill station. And past our dining room table, we have a living room set up for you, your guests, crew, and kids. The next space we're going to check out is one of several guest bedrooms. As we head inside, we have a bed that's being modified by the mod Divide and Conquer. If you want the dog heads like mine, I'll leave the link to it in my pinned comment. You also have a wardrobe, a heated wash basin. Check out this hot tub, that looks super comfortable. And as we turn back, you can see more bedroom furniture, a chest, some bookshelves, and a place to have a conversation with a guest. I really like that ivy along the wall as well. Now that we've seen this guest bedroom, let's head to another guest bedroom. It's just straight across the hall. And when we enter, it looks very similar to the last one, with the same bed setup. They also have a tub. They also have a little entertainment spot for anyone that comes to visit. As we leave this guest bedroom, here's a shot of the open space. You have another spot to store weapons and shields, there are display cases, and you even have a mannequin to show off your armor. And the other side of the ship mirrors this. I have no idea what Lydia is doing up there. I don't think Faendal knows either. Maybe she's about to do a Macho Man flying elbow drop from the top rope. Here's a side hallway with more weapons and shield storage with a ladder leading to a trap door to the deck. For thoroughness' sake, I'll go show you the other side of the ship. Here's another spot to store some weapons, shields, and armor, as well as Lydia on the top rope. And then just like the other side of the ship, you have that same hallway with a ladder that's leading up to the deck. As we go through this door, we find another guest bedroom. And again, it looks very similar to the ones that we've already seen, so we won't spend too much time on that. And as you can see, we have some more large trophy bases. And then straight across, I've converted one of the guest bedrooms into a children's room. When you converge, you have 3 beds. You can see that divider's being modified by Divide and Conquer. There's one of the 3 beds. They have their own wardrobes. There are the other 2 beds. It looks like they have a little training area. And I like this toy ship replica too. That's pretty cool. Let's head back out. And now it's time to check out the master bedroom. And here's your master bedroom. You've got a large boss chest, a large 4-poster bed with some really nice sheets. And then as we walk towards the corner, we have a potted plant, a divider. You've got some bookcases. There's some ivy on the door frame. That looks really nice. I like the dark elf lanterns. You have a wardrobe. And look at that large tub. You can soak your cares away. And notice that the bedroom's divided from the bath, unlike the other guest bedrooms, so you have a bit more privacy. You also have some emperor's robes. There's another wardrobe, some more bookcases, some nice lighting, and one more divider to round off the space. Here's one last look at the master bedroom before we head on. And now we're going to go and check out the downstairs. As we head downstairs, we're heading into the crew area. Remember that you can hire up to 12 crew members. Here's a bar for them to go and unwind after a long day. And here's plenty of tables for them to sit and enjoy a nice meal. Now let's go see what's behind the bar. Behind the bar, you have an area for food storage. You can see all of the different types of foods that you can store. There's a cooking pot. Some more harvestable ingredients. There's your oven. And you have a butter churn to round out the space. And it does give you free butter. As we continue on, we're going to head into a crew member area. They have lots of places to store their weapons and shields. Each bed has a weapons and shield rack above, a nightstand, and a chest, and there are 6 beds on this side of the ship. As we make the turn, we enter into a smithing area. You have an anvil, a workbench, and a grindstone. And here are some training dummies to train with. In the corner, there's a tanning rack that's being modified by diverse tanning racks. If you haven't checked that mod out, you should. And then you have some archery targets as well. And in the corner, you have a wood chopping block and woodcutter's axe, and a place to store all of your smithing materials. And just for thoroughness' sake, I'll show you the other crew member beds. Just like the other side, you have 6 more beds on this side, which give you a total of 12 crew member beds. And our last space is the jail and torture room. If you remember earlier, I told Nazim that he'd be imprisoned, and there he is. And here's a random girl from Markarth I tested with too. They do end up on these shackles from time to time. And here's more torture devices, although I haven't seen them used yet. Now that I've covered all of the features of this home, it's time for final thoughts. Sea Dragon is a movable ship home by Dovahkiinathay. It looks really attractive on the outside, and it can travel to many places on the map. I like that you can hire crew, invite guests, and have your children live with you. And I like that they have idols to keep them busy. The home includes an oven and butter churn, a cooking pot, an alchemy lab and arcane enchanter, a staff enchanter, smithing stations including a tanning rack, anvil, workbench, and grindstone, tons of cool places to store the game's special items, and that jail feature is pretty fun to use too. Ty also said she's brainstorming an acquisition quest to earn the key, so for all of you that don't like free homes, she plans on changing that eventually. Thanks Ty for another cool home mod. This concludes my feature of Sea Dragon. If you enjoyed this content and want to see more, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Click the bell icon if you want to be notified of when I post, and as always, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next episode.